All together.
Testing the anus.
The anus.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the SBOS podcast. I tried to do that, but I choked.
Won't be the first time.
Right. Right. We are here with obviously the normal lot. Me, MVP, star of the show.
Debatable.
Next to me, sitting on Alfie's bed, is Josh.
Namaste.
Next to me on my right is Alfie.
Jinzhao.
Fuck's sake.
It's turning racist, man.
Sitting diagonally to me is Friday's special guest.
Oh!
Fucking go.
Instant hit. Reese Robertson, you've heard the stories. You've heard the myths.
Although he hasn't heard the stories.
No.
He hasn't actually listened to any of these yet.
So you didn't hear Josh slating on you.
Yeah, two episodes ago, I'll rip you up a little bit.
You were Pet Peeves part 5 or
Terrific.
6?
Pet peeve part 4. I think it
So,
was.
Reese,
Religious lickage.
short bio.
21.
Stupid.
Got a flat. Do IT.
You had
21.
You had a T in front of the IT, and you get
Tit. Pure tit.
God.
So,
This has been a rowdy intro. Let's get the train on the tracks
yes.
and hope it doesn't derail.
Well,
I
I think-
really like trains.
I think,
I'll get travel sick.
unlike trains,
get them
he
wristbands.
does. He gets the wristbands.
I'll
on.
get travel sick.
When we were on our way to Brighton, he had these baby blue things out on his wrists. So
Was that when we went?
to Brighton.
No, I didn't.
You
Because,
had them.
not
You
when-
had one or
I don't
two.
know. No.
Yeah, you
What, is that
did.
when we went on the coach?
I did not
We were on
have
the
those
coach,
wristbands
and then
on.
we were on the
No,
train.
I didn't because I almost threw up that time.
No. You did have them on the train. On when we got the train to the
None of these
station.
baby blue ones, or black ones and red ones. Black and gold, black and gold.
No, you had some on though. I
Baby
remember.
blue.
Anyway,
Oh no, I did!
You
The reason I nearly threw up was because I ate shit tons of chocolate on the coach.
exactly.
That was my downfall.
You ate because we bought loads of stuff before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was those big giant Dairy McButtons.
he kept fobbing them off to our kids.
It was like when they came to me like trying to give the tickets out because there was like 5 of us going, and I was just they were like, Josh, hand out the tickets. I was like, I got them out. I was like, just put all of them out. It was like, Josh, what about your ticket? Fuck it, have it.
I'm going home.
Fuck this, I just want to live.
That also leads to the end of Shikari.
Oh god.
Oh yes. Oh, that's so good. I forgot about that. Oh my god.
So
Do the sit-in.
yeah, so in 2012,
Yeah.
like our first
first
and possibly last.
It was my first ever gig.
A lot of people's
It was my
first
first
gig.
gig.
Yeah. We all went and saw it in Shikari for our friend David's birthday. Well, we say that was what the reason was,
Yeah, it
but
was
really we
really.
just wanted to go see it in Shikari because it was our communal favourite band between like 6 of us.
Yeah.
Got a minibus up there from Harry's parents. 'Cause
Well,
they
my
went
dad-
for
yeah, my dad.
they went for dinner up there, didn't they as well?
They did,
It's
yeah.
like, so on the way up there, I was like, yeah, this was all right. When we got close, I was like, I'm gonna fucking die. But no, I made it. I was fine. I got out, and I was like, I'll be okay. So we had a cracking time at this gig.
We all got lost.
We all
got lost from each
Me and
other.
David were together.
I think the first thing that happened, I got lost from you.
I was with you most of the gig.
Yeah, I
Me
got
and Dave
lost.
went straight to the front because
I
there was like a
got-
pit
I got-
open in front of us. We went straight through.
I got lost from you and Max and that straight from the off because
Yeah.
I wandered straight into a circle pit. I was like, that's where I want to be.
What is this place? Convenient grouping of space.
It's some sort of community circle, and we're all running round, and then we crash into each other.
It's fun.
Brilliant.
But so we
Journey
enjoyed the
home.
show. It was
It's
fantastic.
cracking.
Probably one of the best gigs I've seen. Not
think-
the best, but it is definitely probably
One
top
of
5, top
the
3.
best, yeah.
It is definitely awesome.
And then we went home.
And then
I won't tell you the rest.
And then what happened was
So I was like, I didn't make it home. I think we were about 20 minutes away from home though, so
We
I
got
nearly
to
did.
David.
We were still in the rural areas, so it was still pitch black.
So we were on the A21.
So when the puke sort of stretched out towards David's leg, he didn't really know until we... basically I was given a bag that all bags seem to have holes in now, so to stop people suffocating.
It was to be more precise, it was a Tesco bag.
Got to think of that.
Tesco value.
Yeah,
Tesco value.
and obviously it has holes in it because it stops people from committing suicide.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure you could probably sellotape those holes over.
Yes.
Suicide awareness, people.
So anyway,
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's dark.
see, this is what I
That's
mean.
dark, mate.
This is what I mean, Reese. We roll into shit like that. You see what I mean? We roll into stuff like that.
Rolling
in the
in
deep.
shit, right?
That's what I mean.
Mm.
Right, I want to talk about something.
Men.
That
The first men of the way.
Oh, right, that's a bold statement.
Men plus one.
I want to talk about the first. This is going to be so fucked up to edit afterwards.
Yeah.
Normally we don't start drinking before the podcast, but I'm already about 3 down.
Good luck, friends. Good luck.
I'm into my second beer. I've already had a whiskey, so
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
We're all, well, Alfie doesn't have many cups, so I'm drinking out of like a little mug.
I drank.
Harry's basically got a shot cup, but he's put Coke in it. He's not actually taking a
Shot mug.
shot mug.
Shot mug.
And Reese, do you want to describe what you've got
Like an
there?
espresso.
Well, I've got the Snoopy Deluxe. It's a plastic beaker almost, if you will.
I like to call it the Snoopy Sippy
Put
Cup.
this kid on
Reese.
Antiques Roadshow.
It's from McDonald's. You know all about McDonald's.
Fucking hell, I work there, mate.
Tell us some
Tell us a bit
some
about that.
stories. Tell us some war stories about McDonald's.
Oh, God.
What about the time someone came in here to go to court? Remember that?
Or what about the time we caught 2 lesbians doing it in the bathroom?
What about that time?
Give him some goddamn space to tell the stories.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Well,
Tell your story.
well, which one do you want to hear? We've got lesbians, or we've got
You choose
court
your weapon.
cases. There's a guy when some guy. There was a time when some guy came in and done a backflip for a cheeseburger. that was something. I mean,
Did you give him the cheeseburger?
no. The manager wouldn't allow us, but I thought it
done it.
was
Was that the
brilliant.
hairy guy?
He might
It was a
be.
guy that he was hairy and he was boss. I haven't seen him for a while. Me
Oh,
and Bill used to
no.
go in there like every other morning at college. And there's some hairy guy.
Oh, I can't even fucking
Doing
remember
backflips.
his name now.
No, he wasn't doing backflips, but
No,
oh
no.
God, if he did one, I don't know what I'd do. I feel like you should get a new job, mate. Join the circus.
Well,
It's not because you're hairy, but because you can do backflips.
Just to clarify, the hairy man didn't do backflips, like.
Oh,
I mean, I don't
did you
know.
not?
Alright, carry on with the court case.
Well, the court case. Okay, we're going for that one, aren't we? Well, I don't really know how to explain it. What the fuck is that?
No
What
phone
the
calls
fuck?
on the
Fuck
podcast
it.
unless
Just ruin
you
it, mate. Ruin
put it on.
I'm going to
speaker.
pause.
Welcome.
I had to pause. I had a phone call.
It's not good enough.
I'm sorry.
I told Alfie 2 weeks ago. No phone calls on the
To be
pod.
fair, I
He
paused.
ignored it as well.
Yeah, I ignored
Yeah,
it.
everybody, you pause the podcast to ignore a phone call. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I didn't want.
Who are you ignoring?
Who?
Let's name and shame right here.
I want
It
name
was a
and
random
address.
number.
What?
It was just a number.
You're on that
Oh,
call
right
log.
now?
What?
I don't believe you.
Right.
Where were you on the
Anyway,
night for the
Reese.
2nd of March?
Reese, court case. Tell us, please.
It's not really that fun. I mean,
What?
the whole story behind it was this woman was, I believe, molested.
That's not really a fun thing to talk about, really.
No, I don't see why
Why-
this is the best one. But
Well, okay, well,
do this one.
Why are
Sum
we
it up
talking
quickly so we
about
can move on.
molesting?
basically, she there was a previous problem between her and a family member, and the family member showed up at McDonald's. Shit went down. They were screaming, and police showed up. Then I had to.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, I had to go to court, and that was shit.
What was he like?
We won't talk about that much. I don't know.
No,
if I can,
I-
but-
What was he like? I don't do drugs.
Mr. Robertson was just asking you what you saw.
no cocaine in my apartment.
Right.
There's no air raffles or anything.
Right, so I want something. I've got something I want to talk about first.
Is it juicy, like?
Yeah, kind of.
Proper.
But I reckon none of you have seen it though. It's a film that I watched yesterday.
What is it about?
It's Legend.
Is that the one with Tom Hardy playing the Cray Twins?
Playing the Cray Twins.
Oh, so
no, I want to watch
not
it.
I Am Legend, then. Just to clarify.
Just Legend.
I've seen a clip with the hammers.
Oh yes.
That's a cool clip.
I
Went
don't
in
know
the pub.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I won't give too much away, but
Does it look shit when he's on the screen twice?
no.
It does not.
It
It
looks
looks awesome.
like they're both there.
Obviously,
It's
there's one
so good.
like camp and that in there, and then there's the sort of like other one.
Well, you've got Reggie.
How often do you get that when they're both on the screen at the same time?
A lot.
Really? A lot
Yeah.
of films try to limit that.
No, they get it a lot. But you've got Reggie, who is the kind of brains of the twins. He's kind of like the one who isn't fucking insane.
He's one
but
of them.
He kind
one
of
of
is.
the twins.
Yeah, Reggie
Right, okay.
Cray. And then you've got Ronnie Cray, who was admitted... basically, before the film starts, he was coming to the end of a 3-year sentence for bodily...
Grievous bodily harm.
Grievous bodily harm. Thank you, Reese.
GBH.
Yeah, and he was sent to a mental hospital at the end of his sentence because he was deemed mentally insane. But
Like all of us.
because
Like
he
all
is a
of us.
Cray and because his brother is a Cray, he managed to get out.
The aptly named
Yeah.
Cray.
But anyway, the scene that Alfie was just talking about,
It is awesome.
their rival,
Gang up.
Gang.
It's gang.
The,
I don't know the story. I just know that.
is it the Charlestons? Or there's something like that, the Charlestons or... Gang warfare, mate. Blood. Gang warfare, blood. The Charlestons or something like that. They have a pub and they arrange to meet in this pub, and the guy, one of the rival gangs, gets out like this metal, like this round metal thing, and Reggie and Ronnie goes, yeah, like a shaft, and Ronnie goes, and Ronnie goes, what the fuck is that? It kind of sounds like you.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's your recent
It kind of
impression.
sounds like
he,
Reese.
he sounds a bit like Reese.
It's like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is
What
that?
the
It's like,
fuck is
what,
that?
what are you gonna do with that? Bake me a fucking cake? Bake me a fucking fairy cake? I come here for a fucking shootout.
Can I just note that Alfie's now wearing sunglasses as well? So is this going to be like a gradual thing where we're all going to be wearing sunglasses?
We're all going to
record?
impersonate Stevie Wonder.
I didn't realise I needed sunglasses for this.
Well, I mean, I started doing it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, just cause.
Yeah.
And
Well, it was
now it's a
the
thing.
first pod that we were live.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we were also drinking. So, but the story goes, he was dusting.
I was dusting, and I had to pick up the sunglasses to dust underneath it, and I just thought I'd put them on, and then I kept them on for like 8 hours until these
gosh.
guys showed up.
Well, the bit before that is he looked at himself in the mirror and was like, yeah,
Yeah, they do look good. Sunglasses do suit me.
How-
Apparently cats suit me as well.
cats.
Yeah, cat.
Oh, cats. Cats suit me.
Well,
I just wear cats all the
either way,
time.
mate.
Where's Obi? I'll fucking put him over
Watch
my
out,
shoulder.
Obi.
He's sleeping at the
Would look
moment. He'll
good.
scratch your dick off.
It'll be the first time.
Well, let's get that man out.
Right, yeah, so just to end this, I sincerely recommend
It is-
all
Oh,
of
shit,
you
yeah.
watch it. Legend, it's called. Legend. Tom Hardy stars as both Reggie and Ronnie.
He's up for an Oscar, isn't he, as well?
He is, yeah.
for it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Speaking of Oscars,
yeah.
Oscars, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
When is the
Is
Oscars?
he going
Straight
to
into
win?
what the film?
Revenant.
Revenant.
Your mum.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, but
No,
when is
thi-
the Oscars? Is it?
Like
It's a
this
couple of
week
months
or
yet, isn't
something,
it?
I don't know.
No, it's soon. But
Oh well, the nominations have gone out, so it must be.
but on that subject, Alfie,
Yeah.
based on the people that are in that category for best actor or whatever it is, surely like this is his best chance to win.
He's got that guy who plays a woman. Doesn't he won an Oscar or something
Oh,
before?
what Danish girl?
Yeah, he's got that to compare with. He's got.
Mhm.
He's got I don't know who else.
Play advantage.
But honestly, his
Free
acting
match
is
ban.
on par. I don't get.
Well, I don't want him to win the Oscar for just so I can laugh at him.
for meme.
Just because it's funny.
For the meme.
Have you seen all the ones going around of like the bear winning the Oscar?
Yeah.
Or even yesterday, I think I saw one with a cane
Yeah.
that he holds wins the Oscar.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Like his acting in it
I
is
think-
incredible,
I think
and
this-
his performance.
Yeah, and I think this looking at the nominees, I think this is probably his best chance to. Have you got crisps again, Reese?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Whoa, that's a bold accusation.
No, right.
Will Smith never won the Oscar, or hasn't.
Well,
He's in
did you
it.
see,
He gets a bit of
did you
look.
see the whole thing, like George Clooney and all these of colour actors
Yeah, I've
going
seen
off
this.
because there are no coloured actors nominated
I've
in
seen this.
the Oscars. But
Isn't
is
that
that
guy
films?
last year though? Wasn't
is
it the
that-
guy from 12 Years a Slave won it?
Yeah, that's what I said. I
But
said
is
that's my
that
boss.
is that
That's an interesting
because
film, that.
is that because right? And I'm not being racist at all.
No.
But is that because there hasn't been a massively good performance in a film last year by a coloured person?
Straight out Compton. That's all I can think of.
But
that's
I
kind
mean, I
of-
love that film. But
that's
looking
kind
at
of
the
like an indie
Metacritic
film.
review, apparently it wasn't as widely received as I thought it would be.
But that's kind of
Easy-
like and that's also like an indie film.
The character who portrays Easy is awesome in that. Like, he looks and sounds.
What
so
did you, right,
much
let's
like
just
him.
talk about what you thought about it.
What?
Straight Outta Compton.
I thought it was a
It's
masterpiece.
so good,
I
isn't
thought
it?
it was
It's so good.
It's
People
not-
say it's a bit long.
It's not.
But
I could
yeah,
watch
no,
it for like 4 hours.
I haven't watched it since the cinema.
Mate, I've got it.
My brother's got it, so I will watch it again at some point.
But just I was blown away. If Star Wars didn't come out, that would be my film of 2015.
Well, this is the thing. Like now that I realise that Legend come out last year,
Yeah,
that's up there.
it's hard to like just because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Aren't they bringing out another one next year as well?
No,
Well,
they're
Star Wars, they're
that's
bringing
pushing
out.
back.
Or,
What's that? Star Wars.
They're pushing
Well,
back
Rogue One.
episode.
Is it Rogue?
I thought they.
No, episode
they've got
8
Rogue One.
is 2017.
Is it?
I think, is it called Rogue One?
Rogue
That's
One.
supposed to be this December.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
they pushed it back.
Rogue
This
One.
December. I thought it was next
No,
December.
Rogue One's supposed to be this
I have
December.
no idea.
Rogue One is supposed to be
I
this
thought it was-
December, definitely.
I thought it was meant to be next May and then pushed back to the next December. Or I might be wrong with the episode there, but one of them is.
It's supposed to be this December. From what I've
I'm
heard.
just looking forward to Doctor Strange.
Oh,
It's crazy.
I mean, you guys
I haven't heard a
widely know that I'm not a fan of superhero films because they're
Mhm.
essentially the same thing.
Oh, they're terrible.
They're
Don't,
over.
don't even get me started
over.
on Marvel.
The same plot. Yeah, I know. I
that's
agree.
wank.
I mean, DC
That
is
wank.
not quite as bad because it feels like there's a little bit more variety of DC.
you got Batman.
yeah.
Batman's like the best film.
But
ever.
Doctor Strange,
Wow.
just because Cumberbatch, and it's going to be a little bit. I think it's got a bit of a different approach to Doctor Strange than.
Is
some of the
Doctor
others.
Strange with Cumberbatch?
Yeah, but Cumberbatch is playing Doctor Strange.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
gives
yeah,
it a
I know.
lot more heat.
I know.
That gives it a lot more heat.
I
It's
really
so good.
prefer things that are actually more believable. Things like the
More realism.
things like the Hulk and Superman. It's okay, but it's really strange.
It's a family
Right.
film. I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, that's all it's good for, though. Really, if you actually wanted to get into a series, I couldn't keep watching all the Superman films and that.
But
It's just-
this is why, and I've always been with Josh with this. The Avengers films, just
hell.
I can't
Oh,
relate.
If Reese was
Fuck's
here
sake,
right now,
Alfie.
what are you doing?
He's Deadpool.
the only decent one
Dead
is
cunt.
bloody Iron Man, mate, and
Right,
that's it.
but I am always with Josh with this, with his statement that Avengers is just overrated.
It's
completely.
It's
overrated.
bile.
Right.
It's buke.
Hang on, mate.
Ugh.
Alright.
I thought it was amazing because obviously it was the first clash of like Marvel films.
Yeah.
But I watched it a couple more times after it got boring. I haven't watched the second
Let's
one.
stand on a
twice.
shit for about an hour, talking
I
shit that
used
no one
to love
cares
it.
about.
To be honest,
love
right?
it.
To be honest, I enjoyed the parts that had action in it, but
The end is
parts
good,
previous to that were kind of like Marvel's attempt to make a dramatic, and they're not really. They can't really do that.
It's just another hollow action film.
But
Yeah.
then,
But suddenly they've wrapped a superhero around it, and that's it.
but then there's
Give
Batman
it a nice
versus
bow.
Superman.
I'm not
Batman v
looking forward to
Superman.
that.
I
I
think
know.
that's just a flawed.
I'm not looking forward
Like,
to
I
that.
haven't read. I know the comics have been around for a long time, but I just think it's stupid. It's
Wait,
a
Stupid.
super
Ben
mutant,
Affleck.
an alien,
wait,
indestructible alien from a superior race versus a rich man.
wait.
And
Listen to
even
this.
then,
A man who
you still-
cannot be killed, basically,
Yeah.
against a man who's got money.
I've-
Go on, Alfie.
He's got his.
I've listened to I've watched the cartoons. They are fucking incredible.
Yeah, but that's cartoons.
No, but
He's
it's what the
pushing
film's
his side,
based
you know.
on.
We've been slaying him.
Right.
Like-
The only reason he defeats him, kryptonite. That's the only way he can defeat him. Then they stop because Bruce is starting to have a heart attack while they're fighting. And then they were sort of like, fuck.
Well, I just think it's weak. It's so weak. It's such a weak
But
story.
he's got his like super armor.
I
and he
agree.
can't get, like,
If
fucked.
it stays as a
super
comic, if it stays as a legendary comic, right? It has its legendary status. But if you bring out a film with Ben Affleck in it,
He looks good though as Batman.
I don't care. If it looks good. It's Ben Affleck. He was in Pearl Harbor and he was shit then.
Oh,
Really-
right. I don't think Callum would agree with this.
Realist-
Callum, I love Pearl Harbor.
Realistically,
I have not seen it properly.
these films
I
and
hate
these,
Ben Affleck.
these characters and these films had their time, but it's gone now. Like they're just trying to make money off it. It's just.
And here's another
it's not
thing.
worth it.
He's now got to try and follow Christian Bale after The Dark Knight.
I think he's going to do good.
I don't
Honestly.
think, no, he's
Christian
not.
Bale.
But yeah, Christian Bale did well, but then again, he was never the star of any of the films.
No.
Realistically,
Well,
like
it was,
the highest
yeah.
acclaimed film in that series, obviously, is the second one, Dark
Yeah.
Knight, completely outshined by Heath Ledger. Completely
definitely.
outshined. Like he didn't even stand a chance against him.
And then Tom Hardy's Bane.
A lot of people say obviously because he died, he may have been received a lot better than he would have been if he would have been still alive at the premiere. But I mean, still that performance is phenomenal. Like that is my favourite superhero. But actually, it's either that or Thor.
Oh, 4, mate.
What?
What?
Hang on, wait. Hang on.
Born in
Has anyone got an empty cup?
Terrible.
Yeah, give me an empty cup and I will do the impression.
Thor is bloody
it's a bit
terrible.
small, Harry.
Why would you even?
The darkness is not alive.
That's brilliant.
I was born in it. Molded by it.
You're right, Reece.
Reese.
Right.
I'm Bane.
Speaking of superheroes.
That's all he does.
Right, yeah,
That's
go on.
all he says
New
throughout the
Suicide
film.
Squad trailer.
The what trailer?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Looks
Wow,
awesome.
It
that's
does look
dark.
awesome.
That's
to be
dark.
It's
fair.
got
Jared
Jared
Leto.
Leto in it though, so that's why I'm not interested.
Really?
Are
Don't
you
like
not
it. 30 seconds
interested?
miles
Don't
of
like
shite.
The Kill Man.
Have you ever watched
know.
Dallas
Yeah.
Buyers
If
Club?
only someone would.
I don't know
The
about
kill
the
them.
kill. The kill's not that great.
Oh god,
Have you-
they're just so fucking
What
silly.
if I wanted
Like,
to
oh my
break?
god, I'm gonna cry in a song.
To be
and
fair,
all this
to be fair,
They're
I,
pushing it
I
too
agree
far,
with
though.
you
He's a
because they
brilliant
are kind
actor.
of like save the world, man.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm also gonna make a music video on ice caps that probably cost $2 million, and I'm not gonna give any of that money to charity.
wait,
Save the world.
I didn't know you can.
yeah,
Well,
He is camp. He's
Is
proper
he?
camp.
it does look slightly.
right,
It does look.
right. I'm defending everything tonight.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Right, take those sunglasses off. You've lost the right.
Watershed. Have you seen him
Watershed.
in Dallas
Oh,
Buyers
that's a running
Club?
joke, yeah.
Have you seen him in Dallas Buyers Club?
Yes.
He is. His
High
acting
five.
is awesome.
Sorry,
like,
this is
he's
a-
class.
Go on.
Bit of crisp opening.
Sam did the same thing last week.
He's
That
class.
wasn't too bad.
He's one of the best method actors, I reckon, because he is awesome.
To be
Apart
fair,
from Robert De Niro and
right.
obviously
To be
everyone else.
fair, I agree with that because Matthew McConaughey and him in that, but especially, but both of them really did like the method.
Mm.
You know, they really got
He got under
into
anorexic,
that.
didn't
They
he?
got into that role.
My cheek.
But anyway,
Let's move on.
have I got any more?
Christian Bale's a good method
Right,
actor.
I've got an interesting one for you guys.
Oh god.
In the news yesterday, I read something very, very interesting that kind of annoyed me a little bit. Obviously, in the light of David Bowie's death,
Oh god.
there have been a lot of tributes, a lot of people paying respects, but this might be the most extreme tribute, and I don't know what it's going to consist of, but anyway, I'll get to the point. Kanye West
Oh,
is set to bring out a tribute album to David Bowie.
What the fuck?
well, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't see the problem with that.
No, I don't.
I can't
I
see
can't see the
Whoa.
point. I've seen the backlash. I don't really understand it. I mean, if as long as he's not proclaiming that this is the tribute album or this is the only tribute
He's
album.
proclaimed as that this is the tribute album to David Bowie.
I'd like to see how his style fit into a tribute to David Bowie before I lambast it.
That man is just.
I like Kanye West's music,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
So,
I like his music. I don't like him as a person.
Oh no, yeah, that's just
right.
That's law.
He ran
For
for
someone who
president not long ago.
stands
He's still
up
running,
on a stage,
I'm not sure if that's
right? For someone who stands up on a stage, and I don't know if any of you watched the
I know
Corey,
exactly what you're
the
gonna
Corey Taylor reaction video to
Yeah,
this.
that's alright.
Right. For someone who stands up on a stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people and proclaims himself as a living rock god.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh my god.
I mean, again, I don't have
You
a problem
are
with
going-
that, but he's not rock, so you can't say that.
That made me cringe to the core. Like,
You can say what you want about yourself,
You're a cunt.
but you're not a rock artist, so
You're
you
a
can't
cunt if
say
you say
you're
that.
Yeah.
You're a cunt if you say that.
At least
if
be
you go,
correct.
if you have to go in, if you have to say in front of 100,000 people that I am a rock legend or I'm a rock god, then you are clearly a cunt.
Well, you got one song,
clearly.
fucking Paul McCartney.
No, people get like.
Paul McCartney's not a rock
whoa.
legend. Paul McCartney.
If Freddie
just
Mercury went up there and said that, I'd be like,
I
allow
agree.
that man. Allow
I
that
agree.
man.
I'll allow that. I agree. If Ozzy Osbourne went up there and said I'm a rock
You don't have
god,
to say anything. He is the Prince of Darkness. He's unkillable.
yeah,
Oh,
unkillable.
yeah.
He's the last of the unkillables.
You
I
say
don't know,
that, he's probably gonna die
Iggy Pop's
tomorrow.
still going.
I don't know. I don't think Iggy Pop was as
still got
hardcore though.
I don't know. Iggy Pop.
Did he eat a bat?
Yeah, I don't know what Iggy Pop's done to.
Iggy Pop's probably done like all types of different heroin.
So
Oh, yeah.
Probably done like heroin laced
all
heroin.
types of heroin. Heroin A, B, maybe even Z.
Good God.
Good God, what a man. Give that man a medal.
Found only in the rural layers of the Himalaya.
We're getting dark now, yeah.
Found in Argentina.
The Argentines.
The Argentines. Yeah, so I just wanted to see what you thought about that, to be honest.
Oh, I don't even remember.
I mean, I'd have to hear what he'd produce from it to have an opinion.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear him do like a rap version of
See Many Men.
Too
What?
many men, too many men.
See Many Men.
See Many Men. See Many Men.
No, I'd like to hear maybe like a like a rap version of Starman, maybe.
Yeah.
That might be good. But other than
Who
that,
knows?
I'm not interested. I don't.
I mean, he got more hate than he got
It's just.
backing for that,
It's
I think.
just. Does he ever stop and think, I'm being a bit of a cunt?
I think it's because he named his child East.
No, he didn't. It was North.
North.
That's even
And then
worse,
he named his new child Saint.
I don't think that's
Did
a
you
bad
really?
name, though.
Yeah, but Saint West.
Well, why would
That
that?
doesn't sound.
Why is that a good name? Like,
It's not a good name. It's not like a backlash.
What is your
worthy, though.
child name? Oh, my child's name is Saint West.
Baby Jesus.
Saint.
Saint and North.
Well, but then
North is a girl. That's what threw me. I thought it was a boy.
But then that goes into religion, and I'd rather not talk about that because I could offend a lot of people.
Scientology.
I'm with Tom Cruise, class of the Church of Scientology.
Oh, speaking
Okay.
of religion, did anyone see in the news a couple of weeks back? A guy was allowed to take his driving license photo with a colander on his head because
Colander.
he was part of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster and he follows Pastafarianism.
Pastafarianism. What is that?
Can
Can someone look that up? Like, can someone look up the
definition
the definition?
of pastafarianism?
Well,
Pastafarianism. I'm gonna look it
From
up.
what I've got here, it first appeared in 2005 in an open letter by Bobby Henderson to the Kansas State Board of Education.
Okay.
In the letter, Henderson questioned the board's decision to teach creationism as an alternative to evolutionism in public schools. So basically, he wants Pastafarianism in public schools.
Sign me up.
Right, so
Like-
the whole basis of the religion is to teach little children about it.
There's a
I
space
really
spaghetti
don't
monster.
really understand it, but a man, and so, not just one guy, but this has been like the third or fourth count of someone having their driving license photo taken with a colander on their head
That's fantastic.
because of Pastafarianism.
Do you reckon I could do that?
I mean, full credit for the name because that's
Full credit to the
genius.
man. Comment, lad.
Pastafarianism.
Comment, lad.
Fucking save that.
I'd like to bring Reese in with maybe
Reel him in.
I'd like to reel him in with a conversation point, a story, or stories.
put down my crisps for this.
So
Yeah.
Reese,
Prepare your anus.
I just want to kind of do like a kind of just a little short throwback thing, and then I've got some other. Has anyone else got some topics? I feel like
I've got some.
I mean, I had Revenant.
Just let it flow though.
Oh, by the way,
He's whipping it.
Anyway, yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Alfie's come out.
I'm a.
Whoa.
He hasn't got a closet. He's got. Like
I've got a
just
canvas wardrobe.
He's got like a fabric wardrobe.
There's a fucking angry cat.
And there's a
Like,
cat hanging out of it.
You'll love it.
You fucking mind.
I'm going to Brighton next week.
Oh right.
Hang on, it's come full circle.
I'm gonna stay in a hotel with my girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And
Can I come?
if you want.
Oh, sick.
Anal.
What's it?
Anal.
I might be there for the podcast next week. We don't know.
Oh shit. So, you're going on Friday?
No, I'm going on Tuesday, but I'm coming back
Oh,
Friday. But I don't know what time. Unless we're doing it around yours again, or
It's Harry's turn next week.
It's
Or
my
Reese's.
turn. My turn or Reese's turn.
yeah.
Flip
Okay,
a
that
coin,
is a
mate.
yes. Yeah, we'll flip the coin after.
Flip the coin.
Of course.
Obviously.
But
Right.
yeah, if I'm not there, I will be there.
You'll have to make
we
it.
can get somebody if you're not there.
If
will
it's
be there.
late, it's late.
No, I will be there.
Because you got a day off next weekend, so
I've
it
got a
don't
week
really
off.
matter. Week off. There you go. Reese, can I bring you back from the cat, please?
I'm ready.
Okay. I thought about something whilst I was on my way to Hazel's, best shop in town.
As Josh said earlier,
Gazel's.
Gazel's when Harry's there.
Gazel's.
Now, I turned on vulgar then. Right. Anyway.
Yeah, you started texting abuse, but I wasn't actually at my phone, so I wasn't getting
But
it.
it wasn't really it wasn't really direct abuse though. It was kind of like open abuse, open vulgarity.
Fuck the world.
Reese,
Hello.
we used to have some
AIDS.
epic AIDS with each other. No, we used to have some epic sleepovers at your house,
Right.
and I was remembering one to mention where it was, I believe it was me, you, Josh, Alfie might have been there, Max was there, I believe
God.
Nathan might have been there,
Oh,
and it was the night that we did Monty Python
actually,
and late night fart contest.
yes. Oh,
Yeah?
yeah.
You remember that?
No, Nathan wasn't there.
Nathan
It was
there?
us four.
It was just us four.
Well, hang on,
And
it could be
Max.
two
And Max.
different nights. It could be the night that
Depends
Max had his
The
accident,
I wasn't there. I wasn't
or
there.
the night where Dan Barry cried
So we
again.
stabbed him.
Oh, that doesn't really filter out, but
Or the other
that's the
time,
time Nathan was there. That's that time I'm thinking of.
because the time I wanted to play World of Warcraft around yours.
Whoa.
That was one other time.
Selective
Dire
audience.
Straits. Dire Straits.
I do love World of Warcraft. It is brilliant.
Good man.
There's a film coming out about
That
it.
makes-
Oh, I
It
saw
looks
that.
So
That's
good.
It makes me cry.
It looks so good.
I
not
want to
gonna lie.
see that. That would be interesting.
It's got the guy from Vikings.
Anyway, but I thought about, but we've got two separate occasions to talk about, but I thought about the fart contest night,
That.
and I thought about all the things that we did.
Whoa.
I was there.
I was letting off rippers.
That-
Do
that
you remember? I was like literally opening my legs and just letting it go. Just like literally into the air, and everyone was just like, "Whoa, get away!"
I remember that.
I'm pretty
Like
sure.
our podcast has really gone downhill. That this
Yeah.
is a subject right now.
Taking a turn, really.
This is funny stories.
Yeah,
Go on, where are you going with this? Come on, dig it out.
But I just wanted to talk about that night and the fact that we also woke up Hayley that night.
She went to sleep.
No,
No.
No, she was asleep.
She was rather pissy though.
She was
She's
yeah.
always like that.
She was asleep.
was this when
Whoa,
I drew on
whoa.
Nathan?
I can
When
say what I
we kept drawing on Nathan.
Whatever, but.
Just quickly, where's your toilet?
Whoa.
Upstairs, just straight upstairs, and you'll see it.
Yeah, just
Upstairs.
straight, mate.
Talk about
Fine, you're not.
the
What?
Max thing because I think that would be good.
Well,
See, I went there. I went there, so
You went there, so you now need to talk about it.
He knows nothing about this.
there was
of
the
course.
time.
Is it bad? Is it vulgar?
No, it's not.
Oh,
He might not
He'll
be
like it then.
He
you remember
might. He probably won't be happy that we're mentioning this. But,
No, he'll love it.
Do you remember the time
Slap.
I puked on East Hill? We all went back to
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like puking on everyone. Not
Oh,
everyone. I was like
yeah.
puking on the hill and everyone was walking down. I'm like, you don't want to go down that way.
That man is bolognese.
And then I went back to yours and I had popcorn. No, it was chips or something.
Something stupid.
It was awesome. Right. Do the Max story.
What Max story? Oh, what? Oh, yeah, so one of the times we stayed around Reese's is a rare occasion when Max came round to yours, didn't he? I think, was that the only time he stayed at yours?
Pretty much, yeah.
First and last.
I think it was Chloe's birthday.
Oh, God.
And we went out. Obviously, we didn't go on a night out because we weren't old enough. But we just went down the old seafront, drank on the beach.
In some
Like
alleyway.
a bunch of rascals. We were rascals.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, but got a bit rowdy, and I think this is when Max started a trend because we all came back to yours. We stayed there. Someone on the sofa, someone on the floor. Max was about in the middle of everybody on the floor, sleeping bag. Somehow he managed to get out of his sleeping bag, middle of the night, must have been about 4 or 5.
Something like that.
And he
Hang on, we're just going to pause quick.
what do you...
Resuming podcast.
So I can't remember what time it was. It must have been about 4 or 5. Fucking Harry, what is it with you?
Drink it, you cunt.
He's just spilling alcohols on the floor.
Well, it's on my t-shirt.
Where's my bag?
Is it your favourite t-shirt?
No, it's not.
Fair enough.
I've got loads.
God.
I've got a fucking drunk
I'm
now.
not supposed to be an amateur anymore,
Look
Harry.
at
You're
this,
20 years
Josh.
old.
To be fair, it's because I kept clashing bags with him.
Alright. Whoa.
Right, yeah, drop back into what you were I went
So,
pissed, so I don't know.
I think it was about 4 or 5 in the morning. I think that's probably the third time I've said that now. I'm not sure how many times it's been recorded, but Max got out of his sleeping bag somehow, stood up, got his dick out, and just started pissing. And how long would you say he started pissing for before you had to sort of manoeuvre him into the bathroom? I think he did stop. He didn't piss all the way there, did he? I know.
It was a couple of
Not as good
seconds.
as my one.
Well, David sort of looked up in a terrified sort of way and almost let out a yelp. Like,
Badly, I was on the sofa that night, so I didn't really...
fuck are you doing? You know, along that sort of lines. And
He was on the sofa. I remember it now.
Like, I don't think the rest of us were like drunk. Well, like, not that kind of drunk anyway.
No.
I mean, this is before we sort of got that kind of drunk.
Does
anyway.
this
This was one of
and
the
this
first
kind of goes into another thing that I wrote down was nights out in Bottle Alley.
So I remember only going there once because I didn't like going.
We went there a few times.
either way,
Oh,
Yeah,
really
it can't have been more than like 3 or 4 times though.
It would only be because
We went there. We went to Bottle Alley and Secret Garden quite a lot.
Secret Gardens. I remember a lot.
Secret Garden's the bit across the street.
Debenhams.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you know where the
Debenhams.
That is where the police came, confiscated the alcohol, poured the WKD down the drain, and Reese thought it'd still be good, so he sort
No,
of
it's
scooped it
Daniel
out.
Moore.
No, Reese
all
and
of
Dan
them
Ward.
did.
It was scooping WKD out of a fucking public drain.
it was the gutter.
Like, the gutter, literally. If you can't get AIDS from something, that's where you.
That's another thing.
That will seriously get you ill. I swear.
it
Like you're
deep,
scooping
mate.
something
Dig it
out of a
deep.
gutter.
Yeah, and just a quick thing with me and Reese, we were actually walking to the Secret Gardens once to drink with bags full of alcohol. Police car, you remember this? Police car came right in front of us. You know, as you're about to turn into the Secret Garden,
I think so, maybe.
yeah, as you're coming from the other way, not the way we would usually come, but police car pulls right up and they go, "Right, lads, what are we up to tonight?" And you go, and you go, not me, because I kind of look older than you at this point, because you kind of had more of a thing going on, MySpace emo 06.
Whoa.
Right, and you went
Waiting for a mate.
just going for dinner at Cosmos. And they went, "All right, have a nice night." We had a bag full of alcohol, and they didn't like get out and check the bags.
That's effort. They just want to go home,
Yeah.
don't
They
they?
probably thought we were gay.
But
or
they
something.
stopped. Why? If it was effort and they wanted to go home, why
Because
did they
just
stop
to
anyway?
know that they did, like just so they could reference to something that they had. Maybe they have to do a certain amount of checks every
We
night.
stopped someone tonight. They were a bit weird, but you know, this is alright.
One of them looked like he'd belonged on MySpace.
But we had 2
We let him
bags.
off.
We had 2 bags that were
couple
clearly
grinders.
like clanking because of all the bottles we had in our bags. And we just said, "Oh, we're going to have a meal at Cosmos." They were just like, "Fine, see you later," and they drove off. I'm just like, that's like.
I love the way
Pure
just like
bullshit.
maybe a year or so later, it got to the. I think it was May Day. No, it got to the point we were all 18 at this point,
Yeah.
and
wasn't.
it's just like there was some. I remember there was police going from group to group. This was like outside where like sort of Cafe Nero is right now. Police going from group to group, just asking for IDs and stuff. We just got our IDs out, and it was like, and then like just a couple groups down, there was some like 12, 13-year-olds. It was like, definitely go check those guys over there. It's like we can play, like, just suddenly became complete arseholes. I think those are a little bit young over there. What do you think? Yeah, definitely go have a look. I think I saw one of them with a can of lager. And they went down there, it's confiscated about, I don't know, nearly 30 bottles of cider. So funny.
I love Mayday. It's
Like
one
the
of my
young'uns.
favourite times.
Mayday
Well,
is
I
good.
had my first Mayday actually. When was it? Last year.
Really?
Yeah, it
I
was
still
my
can't
first Mayday.
believe that. How have you never been out on
I
Mayday?
know. I've been out on every Mayday.
I was either working. Or
Mayday is
didn't bother.
like the symbol of the start of summer.
Yeah.
Like
I
that
love
is the
Mayday.
first event. Oh god, so good.
I never really go out Pirate Day. I went out last year.
I don't
Well,
really
I
do
normally make
Mayday.
sure I book them all off, but I missed Bonfire last year because I was at Bullet,
Mm.
watching Bullet. I think
I would have rather.
I didn't regret it because everyone was at Bullet, near enough.
Yeah.
Pirate Day was something else.
Pirate Day.
Mayday is just.
Oh,
awesome.
Pirate Day! Hey, we've talked about that already.
Oh yeah.
And we've also referenced it more than enough times as well.
Yeah.
What?
I'm drinking bells, Harry.
Let's stop. Yeah. Fuck off.
Where are we going?
Has
Reece, stop
anyone
pissing the
else?
cat off.
Well, it's
He
lovely.
loves it, he loves it.
Has someone else?
Yeah, I've got some stuff to talk about.
I've got a few
Baton.
things, but I don't want to get them all out at once. You know.
No one
So,
wants to get it out.
Like-
Reece, do you want to tell the story about Dan Barrett, what you told me and Harry the other day?
Oh,
Please
God.
do.
Oh Lord.
We went out this last just past Sunday.
We did apparently text you, but you didn't reply.
Yeah, you silly
Which one?
cunt.
What?
You.
Text her on that
On
Sunday.
Sunday
It's
evening.
like, yeah, man, we'll meet
We
up
went out
tonight
for
or
a
something. And then,
Oh right, yeah.
then like 2 days later, you was like, yeah, come over on Friday.
to be fair, he was probably like, "Oh, I want to be in bed."
Oh, what
I
a
can't. I
bath.
don't know. I think like I just probably looked at.
Well, you would definitely have work on Monday, don't you?
I definitely have work on a Monday.
Anyways, Dan Barry's story from Reece Robertson.
Oh.
Go.
Sorry, Dan, if you're listening to this, but
Fuck Dan.
Dan will never listen to this.
he just come back.
Unless we come on the news for being that fucking great.
DJ Bazza.
Or bullying him.
Wow. Wow.
Which I once found in a YouTube comment that he placed.
What?
Did you not ever know about
This is
that?
going dark.
No,
Someone, Louis
This is
Louis
getting
sent
wrong.
me a photo once that he found a Dan Barry comment on like an inspirational video. And he said thank you. The comment said thank you. I've been bullied my whole life.
Oh no, I remember that.
Yeah, I thank you. I've been bullied my whole life.
I don't
this
think
gives me
that's
inspiration.
anything good.
Wow.
Really.
And
like,
We didn't meet him to Chris.
But we never bullied him.
Then we
It's
destroyed
just-
him.
It's such
I
a
think
funny
we just had fun with him.
He, well,
I
yeah,
was
that-
just
he was our friend. So, and he knew he was our friend.
Yeah,
Let's
of
cut
course.
this out
If
afterwards.
he truly
This is
felt like he
terrible.
was being bullied, he would have either let it known or he would have been a bit of a bullshitter. So.
I don't know.
Of course. Anyway, Dan Barry story.
He's an interesting fellow. We'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Met him not long ago. Hadn't seen him in a couple of years, you know.
Yeah.
Been some time. Just come back from Boomtown. Oh god, yeah, Boomtown's something else.
Boomtown.
If
I
you
had a
haven't
friend
heard of
who-
it.
Drug
but, yeah.
Central.
I had a friend who went to Boomtown and proposed on stage in front
Oh,
of
that's-
Stephen Marley.
Well, I'm
Who?
not surprised
Stephen
at
Marley.
that.
Never
Probably
heard
off
of
his
him.
head on
Bob
meth
Marley's
or
eldest
something.
son.
But
Oh, probably why.
Stephen Marley's sick.
anyway, I'd seen Dan. He literally just got back. It was the day after, and I asked him, you know, how's it been? You know, what are you up to today? And he turned to me and he said, I'm going to go into town and I want to buy a few things. I'm like, yeah? What are you going to buy? And I don't know, maybe some paints, a paintbrush. I really just want to paint a lion at the moment. It's just, I don't know why it is, but this lion is just in my head. I need to paint it. Well, Dan.
How high was he?
He clearly been at the reggae stage. all day.
Something had happened during his time at Boomtown. but-
Well, there's a reggae stage. So he clearly been at the reggae stage the whole weekend.
I'd imagine he's probably spent most of his weekend.
Not knowing where he is.
Yeah, I don't imagine he probably knew where he was.
Well,
but
he obviously knew where he was if he recognised the lion.
I
Or
don't-
maybe that's what
No,
he
this
was
was
at.
after he came home.
This is what I mean.
You didn't go to Boomtown, did you?
I
Yeah,
said I
but
didn't.
the symbol of reggae music is a lion with a crown
Is
on
it?
its head. Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be then, but either way,
Yeah, no,
he
carry on.
was loving this lion.
Did you go with him?
He wanted to go to town, get a canvas.
It
And
was all he
paints.
could talk about, even for the next couple of days. It just seemed, you know, he just wanted to paint this lion. The first day he didn't manage to get into town and get them paints and paintbrushes, but
You followed this story.
yeah, he just You know, he kept winning.
Did he manage to get it?
No.
So it's
He
kind
never
of a sad
painted that
ending.
line, funnily enough. But
It's kind of
Poor
like
lad.
a bittersweet ending.
yeah,
He didn't get what he wanted.
You know, it's all,
One day maybe.
One
Yeah.
day he will get to paint that line.
one day. But
So after the next time we see him or hear of him, he's got like some tattoo on his face for fucking
Yeah.
life of a
I
life.
was thinking that.
Right, so something, Reese, that you won't, you might be able to, but you probably won't be able to comment on, and I apologise in advance.
You're gonna eat
Is
shit.
I'm not. No, but you just mentioned it, so I'm going to have to cut that
well.
Is football. So we talk about it every podcast, and something that I wrote down here, and I'll put it in words. The words that I wrote down. Now we could look at this as well. The Man
I'm
United.
not allowed to. Oh, for fuck's sake, right. Here we go.
Right, so the subject is that I've written down: Man United not being allowed to sign players because they are shit.
And they're too greedy.
Where is your
Wow.
logic to prove this?
Right, now let me
The manager.
let me
he
be
looks
more.
like a German.
No, the manager looks like Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. We've been
No,
over
he
this.
does not.
He does.
Did you see that interview where he called the journalist
A
an
fat
ostrich?
No. I haven't seen this.
Yes,
He was,
yes. He's an ostrich.
where have you been? Are you an ostrich? Do you have your head in the
I've never heard of
sand?
this before.
I've seen this interview.
That is something.
But anyway, yeah, go on.
So in the big back page news today was Louis van Gaal basically being given a transfer ban. He can't make any transfers because of uncertainty of his future at Man United.
That's solid. I mean, there were reports going around earlier on the week about Pep Guardiola meeting with Man United officials, but they've come out and said that's not true. They've come out and said that's not true. So I don't know. Well, he's still got another year after this year, but they might just get rid of him in the summer. But
what's the point? Like,
to get someone in who's got philosophy.
Get Pep then.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I reckon Pep's already
Who's got
set.
who's got character?
Get
Great
Mourinho in there.
character. I mean, it's going to be Mourinho. If
It's got to be
anybody,
Brendan Rodgers.
Well,
now.
no, it's gonna be
Rodgers. That's Liverpool filth. We don't do Liverpool filth around here. You
No,
scousers.
it's going to be Mourinho.
You scousers.
You
Scousers. You slag.
If LVG goes, it probably will be Mourinho. There is a chance, I suppose, it'll be Guardiola, but I reckon because of his relationship with the chairmans at City, that's where he'll end up. I would pronounce their names, but I can't because he's got it. There's a first name.
Who are you
begins with-
trying to pronounce?
Well, I'll tell you what. His first name starts with T and then goes X. So I'm lost. I'm at a
Oh,
loss.
the Liverpool side. Yeah.
No. One of the chairmans at Man City.
Oh, I don't know.
He used to work at Barca. That's how they got the relationship.
Another thing is Alexander Pato going to Chelsea.
That's not confirmed.
Yeah, but
Why you lie?
well, no. Listen,
Crack convenient.
this is what I've got here. Alexander Pato's agent has confirmed that 4 clubs, including Chelsea and Liverpool,
Disgusting.
have a chance of signing him. He's 26 years old, so he's not even like.
I mean, he's already been through AC Milan and then gone to Brazil and
He's
now he's coming
peaked.
back.
He's peaked once.
26 is he peak?
No, he peaked.
28, 29, that's
He
peak.
peaked once.
For a forward.
Yeah, he peaked at Milan. To
Yeah.
be fair.
It's the same with El Shaarawy, he was in that.
Yeah.
He had a great season with AC once.
Hasn't he gone to Napoli?
I don't know where he's gone, but he was on loan at Monaco.
Yeah.
And if they played him one more time, they'd have to buy him outright, and they didn't want to do that because his performances were shit.
Poor.
So, I think Milan have supposedly sold him somewhere, but I don't know where.
Another thing is the cheeky clause that Tottenham put in Gareth Bale's contract.
What was that?
Re-signing?
Basically, it was Tottenham have the first option to re-sign Wales forward Gareth Bale.
Sick.
But also, the clause included
I don't think they've
he
ever
won't
afforded
be
it.
able to be signed by certain clubs.
Wait, is he on loan to Real
No,
Madrid?
he's
he's
bought
there.
outright. He's the most
Bought
expensive player of all time.
But
yeah.
He,
That's fine.
apparently, he's worth about 87 million.
I don't think he is. He's good, but
Yeah, he's not.
he's not.
He had a good first season, and then since then he's
But
struggled. But he's in form at the moment.
what
I don't know.
what did Tottenham stand to gain by putting in the small clause that certain clubs can't sign him?
Well, he won't go to Arsenal because he played for Tottenham.
Of course, he won't go to Arsenal.
But
Goes to
But it-
Everton.
but it's-
just maybe not having other people have that advantage over him because he's still world class. Obviously-
If he goes anywhere else other than Real Madrid, he's world class, right?
Well, not Barcelona.
If he goes, all right. If he goes
Or
anywhere,
maybe even Bayern.
If he goes anywhere other than Barcelona or Bayern, he's world class.
Yeah.
He's top standard.
Yeah.
He's their best player, basically. Right?
Well, I mean, I'd say in terms of Man United, I'd say De Gea's better than him. In terms of Arsenal, I'd say Ozil probably better than him, and maybe Sanchez.
Yeah, I agree. Sanchez.
Chelsea. It's hard to say if Hazard's better than him at this point.
Yeah.
But anyway.
A couple more things. Zenit St. Petersburg want to sign Manuel Pellegrini as a new manager after he finishes in the summer.
That'd be a good signing.
You think so?
SBOS is up there at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where would he go?
Probably.
I reckon he still can get a top club.
He might go.
He's doing well at the moment. I reckon he can go.
He could go. I don't know if he goes. He couldn't go to the Premier League. Oh. He might do. He might go to you.
I don't think they'll take him on. I don't think he's that high up. Yeah.
Maybe in Italy or Spain.
Fiorentina. Maybe in Napoli. If Mancini moves, he can take over at Inter.
Yeah. Another thing is the last thing we'll talk about is my beloved club Arsenal planning to make
shit.
Fucking hell, vulgar on the both of you. We're planning to make a double signing. 2 players. It's worth around 60 odd million, over 60 odd million.
What players?
One of them is Lars Bender.
Oh right, yeah.
From Bayer Leverkusen,
isn't it?
is where he's at now. He's not at Dortmund. And another player from Bayern Mönchengladbach.
Is it Stindl?
No, it's
Beastman Stindl.
It begins with an X. But he's supposed to be worth about 32 million.
What position?
Midfielder. Both of them are midfielders.
Beastman Stindl. That's what I want to see.
But my interest is he's buying midfielders. Or planning on buying midfielders. He's already bought one midfielder.
Rosiski's always injured. Get rid of him.
Well, yeah,
Arteta,
but think about the midfield
injured.
you've got out there already, and then think of the midfield you've got on the bench with Flamini, Coquelin's back, Ramsey, Walcott.
I don't know.
Do you need to buy another midfield player?
He's another centre back, I'd say.
I think you need an out and out striker because Giroud's a centre forward.
Giroud. Beastman Giroud.
Yeah, but he's a centre forward. He's not a striker. He's not an out and out striker.
Reece, stop playing with a goddamn cat. Come sit down.
I think that should have been meme of the week.
Anyway.
It's not even a meme.
Anyway.
Right.
Reece in Mexico.
Is he still alive?
Who knows?
Well, apparently. Apparently.
Have you heard stuff? I haven't heard anything.
Well, where was that meme from?
That was from when he was in America.
Oh my god! If you haven't seen it yet, we've been sending this photo in the conversation between us. Josh sent it first with him with a military
helmet
on.
Helmet on a helmet.
It's the best thing in the world because he's so anti US military, but he's got this US military helmet on. And then you send it with a meme saying... the
first one was going ham.
Going ham, and then hold my Stella.
Yeah, the second one was hold my Stella. So he can go ham.
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
My brother comes out with some gold, you know this, right?
We hope he's okay. We hope he's fine.
Not my brother Reece talked about it. But my brother, the other day, he told me how... One time he was around his friend's house at a bit of a party. And they went on the internet. And they went on to what he likes to call the deep dark web.
Oh, that's
and they
is it kind of similar to
it's
the
pretty
deep
dark
YouTube?
Kind of.
I couldn't tell you. But
like the 9/11
him and his friends were looking through stuff. They saw they could buy a Hitman.
Yeah, you can. It's fucked.
And it was 10,000 Bitcoin for a Hitman. I don't know what the exchange rate of Bitcoin is.
What's Bitcoin?
It's like money you get given for code cracking or something like that, isn't it?
It's a digital currency. You used to be able to just trade money for it, but
Bitcoin. I've never heard of it.
I think
you can hire a hitman.
Yeah, I think there was an alternate method of payment. I think it was just straight out cash.
Obviously.
And one of them
Was
turns
there
around.
PayPal?
Yeah, I think so. One of them just turns around and goes, "Guys, how much money you got?" They're like looking to buy a hitman, and then they all get their wallets out, start going through that. It's like, "Well, I've only got 30 quid. Do I have to get one next time?"
30 quid. That's what he does.
Like, what are you trying to buy a hitman for a party? How good would that be?
No, I think-
It's so unnecessary. But I was like, you get him like a suit, get him one of those fake Men in Black memory erasers. You'll have a whale of time.
I'd get a bald one. I'd get a bald one. I'd get him to bring his credentials as Agent 47.
Just give him a barcode.
Give him a barcode.
No, you pay for him. You do what you want with him.
Exactly.
can
I'll pay for his
find-
services.
Although
like
he could break
prostitute.
your neck at any moment.
Well, he
You
could.
can buy human skulls and shit, can't you? It's like,
You can find
so
anything
fucked.
on the dark web.
Take a hitman
But
to
also,
a house party.
Dark
How good would that-
YouTube.
What is dark YouTube?
Have you ever been on YouTube so long that you somehow
Yeah.
come to 9/11 videos?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
it's-
not dark. I mean, dark
No.
web, you have to go through some sort of service shit to get to it because it's all blocked off.
No,
Yeah,
but what I
exactly.
mean
You've
is
got to
the
change your
dark
IP and
realms of
users.
YouTube. Have you I think it's like a common. Have you ever been on YouTube so long that you go through related videos that you somehow come to 9/11 videos?
And 'cause then,
I watched a video the other day of a guy on the phone to 911 as the building collapsed. As the building,
Why?
As the building was coming down, like I felt so bad after watching it. I felt like scum of the earth. I literally.
You look like it as well.
I know. I literally, right. The phone call towards the final minutes consists of him explaining his surroundings. Right.
wait, is this he's in the
I'm pretty
building?
sure they could probably see what his surroundings were like. To
Well,
be fair.
no, but because he's on the phone to whoever, it was a woman, and because he was complaining about the lack of like information and like he didn't know anything, but all he knew is there was smoke like seeped into his office or whatever, and no one could breathe. So he's on the phone and he's like, we can't. They couldn't open their windows. Their windows they couldn't open. If somehow
Safety precaution, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That high up.
so they couldn't open their windows that high up, so there was smoke seeping in, and they couldn't breathe. And but they managed to get 2 windows open. So the last thing he says before the thing that kind of fucked me up in the head was, 2 doors, 2 open windows. So he's explaining what's open. Basically, there was 2 doors open, and there was 2 open windows that they managed to get open. And then the operator says something, I can't remember what she says, and then he says, and then you hear crumbling, and he goes, and he shouts, "Oh God, no!" and then the phone line just goes, boo, and
Fucking hell.
it's also matched with a video of the building collapsing, and I'm like, how have I got here? How did I start from watching Markiplier playing Five Nights at Freddy's to watching a man die or listening to a man die?
It's fucked.
How have I got here?
You never know though, well, depending on what sort of spin you take on it, depending on what sort of ideology you have, but it may have been set up. You never
Yeah,
know.
it might have just been fake, like for a video.
So
I mean, the whole idea around 9/11, that is, it was caused by the American.
Can we
government and all that
speak-
shit.
'cause
I don't know.
because
I don't want to be murdered in my sleep.
because
don't wanna
no,
talk about
right, listen,
conspiracies.
because we're into a pretty deep thing right now. Me and Reese were talking about something
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
way up here that
okay.
I thought was really interesting, and I'd like to get you guys' take on it.
Oh God.
Would you like to, in a sort of brief, roundabout way?
Your viewers will think I'm crazy.
Well, no, listen.
I'm very
Right,
The
open-minded.
stuff
so
we've told them about you, mate, you're already insane.
basically,
Oh, that's fine.
somehow we got onto the subject of money on the way up here. Men. Somehow we got onto the subject of money on the way up here.
Right.
And he said, look, I'm going to tell you something. Right. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. But I was going to save it for when we get to Alfie's, but I'm going to tell you something. Take it with a pinch of salt. Anyway, please, because this is very interesting, and I found this very interesting. Please tell in a sort of brief roundabout way.
Well, people might not find this interesting though. This is quite. Either way, it's. there's a lot of things going on in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
Depending on what news feeds and other bits you keep up with, depends on what you know.
I mean, I have BBC News app on my phone. That's
I don't watch news. I don't
just
care for it.
even just over the last sort of week, there's been quite a lot of reports and other bits on the markets going down.
Mhm.
Now, to most people, that doesn't really mean shit. But
Yeah, because we're not stockbrokers.
exactly.
Or we don't buy stock.
We don't have economic
shares.
training and other bits like that.
Yeah,
it's,
of course.
It's not. It's beyond us.
Yeah.
But with all the shit that's going on at the moment, if you've been reading some of the stuff on things like InfoWars and other bits,
Yeah.
it's all everything that he's predicted so far is coming true.
Okay.
Like China, pretty much America and Britain are blaming China for the reason the economy is going a bit shit.
Right.
They say they're flooding the market with loads of cheap items, which they are, but
Yeah.
you know, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, on average, the whole main plot of this is on average every 5 years, there's like
A recession.
like almost like a recession, yeah, like a really big, deep depression, recession, whatever.
Oh!
How the fuck is this even possible?
That's the highlight of the podcast.
Counts.
I'll quickly describe that afterwards.
Yeah.
Go on.
Either way, there's recession, big depression, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Every 5 years or so.
Black
The
Monday.
Last one was in about 2008, and then you know everything went a bit shit.
Yeah, and it carried on from that.
The economy's gone down and bollocks like that. It's already been 7 years. Well, I think I don't know, give or take a few months, whatever.
Yeah.
So the prediction is this one's going to be a lot worse.
Right.
And obviously it depends how much you believe in this stuff. Like I said to Harry earlier, take it with a pinch of salt.
I love conspiracy theories.
There's obviously there are.
But is it
people-
really a conspiracy theory? That's what I'm kind of questioning. But carry on.
Like I say, some people might listen to this and think this is just they talk a load of shit or whatever.
Well, we
you
do
know.
anyway. So.
But it's always worth bearing in mind. But these things affect us in a big way. And if you've got quite a lot of money invested in a bank or anything like that, you've got 5-10 grand sitting in an account and you're just waiting for it or whatever. Maybe just over this year, think about putting it into cash, something like that.
Can I just say I've never had 5 or 10 grand sitting in my account.
Neither have I. But
there are going to be people that
But
probably a lot more.
But
I
I agree.
any money.
But what we got into was the whole sort of like supply sort of shortages and the food short. I can't
as long
even
as
say
we've got
shortages.
farmers.
a lot at the moment. A lot of ships which are transporting goods, other things, raw materials, wheat, grains, iron, whatever metals and that bollocks. They're all starting to be stopped at ports and bits like that. They're not making the money that they should.
Yeah.
And things are starting to slow down.
So it's kind of weird.
It's not been like it in a while. And like
So-
I said, it's already been 7 years.
Yeah. So essentially, like I said to you before we came to here, we could be entering into a sort of madness phase.
Worst
of
case scenario, shit
civilization.
might go down.
Riots.
The supermarkets won't
You might
be
have to fend
open.
for yourself, and I don't believe in you.
There won't be money in the streets.
he's telling that to you, viewers.
Yeah.
You can't.
I pointed at Alfie, but
Not long ago,
we'll be fine.
not long ago, Greece was bailed out, and
What
just
are they-
before that,
Greece
They
was
could-
bailed out again.
they could only withdraw £50 or whatever a day per person, and
I only earn £15 more of that a day.
if that was to happen globally, everything would stop.
Yeah.
Everything is going to go to
Yeah.
shit. This is worst case scenario. As I say, take a pinch of salt, whatever
Yeah, of course.
whatever with it.
But that's interesting. I like conspiracy theories, and I'd like that to be I might bring the 2-pack thing into next week's
My
episode.
girlfriend.
Well,
If you want
that's
conspiracy theories,
Your
get my
girlfriend.
girlfriend in here.
Where is she?
She's at a party, I think. But
At a party.
Party all the
With
time.
a-
Party all the time.
What, with a
Party
load of-
all the time.
but
with a
honestly,
load of
Shout out
fuckboys.
to Eddie Murphy.
I hope not.
Fuck boys. Well, no, not like that.
whoa.
Not fucking boys,
Getting deep,
but a
mate.
load of fuck
Real
boys.
deep.
I don't know, but
No, carry on.
honestly,
He's ready.
she knows everything about anything about conspiracies. She could talk for days.
I like the whole
Just look it
Illuminati
up.
thing.
No, she is like like if she had a website, she'd be.
I like the whole
website.
Illuminati mind control thing.
I
I
think it's
watched
so
the whole
interesting.
Britney Spears thing.
It
on that.
really depends on your take on the world. Like some people will think of this and it will just be like, no, that can't fucking happen.
I just kind of
That's
flow
no
through.
shit.
I believe there's definitely so many closed doors that we don't know.
Of course.
But like
All the people with money and power.
Yeah.
That's that's nothing to us.
I believe there is maybe a group of people, but I don't believe it's like an Illuminati kind of thing. I think that's just a thing based
Illuminati is kind of like a name given to
that the internet has made.
It's made to that kind of idea that there are doors that we and there are things that we don't know.
All like
So
Disney and stuff.
They would so someone has said, "Oh, that's Illuminati," but I agree with you that it's kind of a group, but it's not.
It's
that.
not. I mean, there's a place in America every year, I believe, or 2 years. They go to a party in California in the woods with all the richest people in the world and like discuss like problems, but it's so private. Like,
How can people know about it?
But
I
that's
don't
so
know, but
weird.
That's sort of like a
But
YouTube thing.
Is
but-
that the one where they're all sort of around the fire and
I
they're
think
all like,
so.
oh,
It's
there's
like-
George Bush. And
So weird.
It's like a getaway retreat from like the rich people, and they like talk about shit like that.
It's difficult. Like, we probably shouldn't talk too much about conspiracies because it's a very
Touchy.
it
I don't care.
depends on who.
I don't care if I die in my sleep. To be fair.
Yeah, but it depends on
I'll be
who.
happy
You won't have to go to work on Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
It more depends on who's listening at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
We don't want to lose their.
We'll probably get
attention.
about 20 plays on this one.
Yeah.
Great one.
So just conspiracy wise, check out infowars.com. Good site.
Good plug.
Give you whatever else you want. That's a bit advertising for
money
them
for
there.
this?
Wait,
but,
wait.
want some money
Other
for this.
websites are available.
if you're interested, just check it out.
Other websites,
Conspiracy websites.
websites are available.
Obviously, take everything.
Whilst we're plugging, go check out podcast SBOS on Twitter.
And also, go check out Brotail.
And follow me on Spotify.
He's got a good album.
He's got
Bangers 101.
Bangers 101. He's constantly
Or
updating Bangers.
you got the
101.
second best. Some right Jamie Dodgers, yeah.
Or you've got my download 2016 playlist. If you're going to download,
We
please
are.
follow.
Come get autographs.
I hate to break it to you, Harry, but I do feel that Bangers 101 is going to overcome Download 2016 playlist. Now,
My speaker.
No, this is a conspiracy.
I'll buy my own fucking speaker.
If you buy your own speaker, I am not coming.
Alright, fucking Alright.
Whoa.
Suck that bitch.
Bangers 101
They-
is Download 2016 plus 1.
Oh.
01. Oh!
Listen. I thought about this, and I thought about this the other day because you have got Bangers 101 and you have got Spotify
Bangers
now.
101.
You're following. You're kind of getting on the train, to be fair. But anyway,
Train.
you're getting on the train of Spotify.
It's because I used to own music.
Right, listen.
Now I just rent it.
Listen. I've worked out a schedule of when we could both have the speaker.
Well, it's your speaker. I mean, I'm not going to take it away from you.
But I've worked out.
The thing is, a lot of the songs on Download 2016 are going to be on
Bangers
Bangers
101.
because obviously it was a joint thing between me and you,
Of
where
course.
I added songs and you added songs, and a lot of, basically near enough all the songs that I added are going to be on my one anyway.
Yeah, and then there
You've
are
got your
songs that
ones as
I've
well.
added as well. But we need to combo.
It's
on
about 100 songs long in a minute.
that.
Download,
Well,
isn't
on
it?
Download 2016, it's 95 songs long. So we need to combo on that again. Anyway, getting off subject, have I got
Come get
anything-
autographs.
I've got another thing from my brother.
Okay, go on.
He talks a lot of shit.
He does. He really
We'll get him on at one point.
Right, Tom.
Oh, God, here we go.
I still haven't got Meow Meow Morgie.
Who's
What?
told you to stop doing that? You need to listen to one of the 2 podcasts ago to understand this.
God.
Basically, I'm not going to explain it now. I'll explain it afterwards. So, I still want you as the SBOS mascot.
I do.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Tom the cat. Meow Meow Morgie.
Top cat.
Please,
Milky Bar
please,
Kid,
can
or
I...
Yeah. Oh, that's a throwback.
Milky Bar Kid.
Milky Bar Kid.
Please, can I have
So
the photo, the best photo of you that you have edited of your face onto a cat. I want the best photo, so then I can add the SBOS logo onto that, and then fantastic.
Did I tell you about the time that his friend told him that he'd buy him KFC if he put on a bunch of muscle? He literally, for about a month and a half, he was just like working out quite a bit just so he could have free of KFC. He got his KFC and he just stopped.
Fuck.
That's how much of a fat fuck he is. But not obviously
Only
not
does
realistically.
exercise for
He
food.
did exercise. He's like some of his friends just bet him he wouldn't gain muscle for KFC, and he did it just so he could have like a boneless box or something like
Oh,
that.
he is a stick.
boneless
All he'd have to do
banquet.
is go for a walk and he'd probably put on a bit of fucking weight.
That's not what I was going to say. What I was going to tell you was, I was talking because like when I'm not talking to these guys on Xbox, I'm talking to both my brothers, like a lot at the moment because we're playing the same games and all sorts of stuff. The other day, my older brother had gone somewhere, and my little brother just suddenly comes out with, "Oh, I think we find out if my friend will walk again tomorrow, Josh." I was like,
Whoa!
I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he fell off the West Hill. I was like, oh yeah, I remember you told me now. You told me before. He was like, yeah, we find out if he walks tomorrow. I was like, all right. I haven't found out. Oh, Harry's fucked it again.
No, keep going.
Down it.
Keep going.
Okay, it
was
wasn't
only
quite
a
as
little
bad. Wasn't quite as
It
bad.
was
that
only a
time.
little bit.
But yeah, he just randomly came out of that. I was like, okay. And then he told me that during like Christmas holidays, he messaged him saying, "Oh yeah, you can come round and get your Christmas present if you want." And obviously he couldn't make it over there. He's like, "Oh, okay, shit, mate,
What a
maybe never mind."
What a cunt.
It's just like, when he said it, I was so taken back. I was like, "What the fucking hell are you going on about?" Like he talks a lot of shit.
Where is my brother? And what have you done with him?
A lot of it can be considered gold, but a lot of it considered like, just shut the fuck up.
Oh, there was. Probably shouldn't say this in a podcast, but at my company the other day, what was it? The boss comes out. It's like, "Oh, have you emailed those chinkies?" You know? Whoa, Edward, what are you talking
Wow.
about? Sorry. Like, yes, if you send those chinkies an email, it should open their slitty little eyes.
Remember you said about
I
this?
was like, whoa, Edward, whoa. I don't know what it is about him, but he's just too posh, I think, really. It's
You said you hate everyone from the IT department.
Oh,
like, as a member of the IT department, you hate everybody anyway, don't you? There.
if you're listening to this, Dan or Gary, don't take this to heart, but you're cunts.
Certainly taking that to heart. Definitely.
Doubt they'll ever listen to
There's
this.
no promotion coming from you now.
We here at SBOS Podcast do not promote racism, violence, and drug abuse.
But we do condone. Condone?
Condone.
We do condone calling people cunts.
Or
You cunts.
Or chinkies.
Guys.
Chinkies is over the mark there.
Guys, I'd like to do a little segment with Reese that I like to
God.
call.
Alright, okay, well you go over there and bum me and Alfie will carry on.
You
That
can
I like to
segment me
call-
any day.
That I like to call questions with Robbo.
Oh God. Shit. Here we go.
Questions with Robbo consists of a couple of random questions that I'm going to ask you, and I'd like to know your answers based on the last question that I asked you, which was,
Do you have any tens?
what do you think about fapping?
Whoa.
And your answer was, I don't even know if it's real.
Whoa.
Anyway,
When was
Do you
this?
remember that?
Or was that on it?
That was on my birthday.
Oh,
The
shit.
best night out ever.
Ever.
Maybe.
On the video.
I can't wait till I'm 22. It's going to be so good.
I've probably got.
I'm
fucking
21
with that.
in May.
I'm 21 in March.
Yeah, who's
I'm
gonna be
21 in March.
What are we doing?
January,
I've got
February,
the weekend off
I'm
anyway.
already fucking
It's on my
21, yeah? Calm down.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. That
I
we
said
know
this
of.
at the beginning of this shit.
We didn't do anything.
Anyway,
Well,
it's on
okay, we'll all go
Saturday.
to the fucking strip club or something.
alright.
These two can't.
Hello, kitty
I
cat.
mean, when he's
I can.
21.
I can. I'm letting know all the time.
That's what this is all about here.
I don't go in there all
I'm
the
not
time.
going in there, Agni.
Alright.
Yeah, Agni's not
I'm-
going in there.
I'm going in there, Amy.
You know girls scare me.
You can come as well if you like.
Yeah, she'd love it.
Get up and
Bisexual.
down.
Oh, this is getting over the top.
Anyway, listen. Questions with Robbo. First question. What would be harder for you, Reese? To tell someone
These
you
nuts.
love them, or that you do not love them back?
Well, this is a very personal question.
Yes. I'd like to know your reaction.
What would be more difficult?
Yeah. To tell someone that you love them, or to tell them that you don't love them back?
Welcome back to Saturday Night Takeaway.
I don't know. Well,
What would be harder for you?
I suppose if they'd already brought it up, it would be hard.
But it's kind of easy to say, "Oh, I love you."
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's easy to. It's not easy to say, "Fuck you," basically, because that's basically what you're saying. I love you. Fuck you.
If they've already brought up the conversation, then yeah, I'd say that's a lot harder than bring it up yourself.
Would you give a homeless man CPR if they were dying?
Yeah, I could give it a go.
Give him that dick and he'll do anything.
What makes you bored?
Men.
Two
Well,
very different answers there.
men with cunts. This is what we're saying here.
Do you like spicy food, and why?
It's tasty.
Are you old fashioned?
Someone called me an old bastard the other day. So maybe yes.
Someone or something you miss the most from your childhood?
David.
Wow, we're not going gay here.
What about Danny Backford? What about Danny Backford? You was best friends with him, infant.
Fucking spoke
Now
to
he's
me.
fucking popping wheelies with his mountain bike.
Fucking Mario
No,
Kart,
no,
mate, on the
he's
Nintendo 64.
Really on Danny Blackford.
Really on. Oh, cheers to that, boys. Cheers.
Apparently, it looks like Tom Daly now.
I think he rides
What?
a BMX.
Well, no, yeah.
Definitely
called
rides a
him
mountain
Tom
bike.
Daly, but-
Chris is gay, that's probably why.
Exactly.
That's kind of a deep one. I'm not going to ask you that.
Well, yeah, oh yeah.
Are you usually late, early, or right on time?
Late.
Mhm.
Really late.
I can concur.
My boss hates me for that. Yeah. Oh well.
You can have one of the two following things: trust or love.
I don't know. Trust is fun, but it depends what you mean by love. Really, if you mean in a good. Yeah.
Love can mean anything. Really.
Well,
I love this game. I love this person. I love this penis.
some.
Fucking knew it.
He pointed at mine when he said that.
I did.
Well. I don't really know how to answer that. I'm sorry, but next question.
Tell me about someone you envy.
Fucking what's his name? Stephen Hawkins, mate.
You leave him alone.
That chair. I need a fucking chair.
Envy Stephen Hawking because of the chair. That'll probably be the last thing most people.
Mate, you've seen that thing? It's remote control.
You would have thought like his like fucking power of his mind and shit. You choose bullshit.
Power of
Just
his
make
mind.
shit levitate.
He's not Dr. Xavier.
Whoa.
I've gathered a room of
No, you
X-Men.
Have you fucking seen X-Men? Like?
Stephen Hawking. Right.
Wow.
At my Christmas do.
Okay.
There was
You had a Christmas do?
No, at my work do.
Okay.
Not
Right.
this year, the last year.
Right.
We all like played this game. It was all on separate tables. We had to get an after eight from our forehead to our
Oh,
mouth.
good game.
I
Good
think
game.
this guy, we call him Professor Xavier. He's like bald. He looks like him. He looks like Patrick
I
Stewart.
don't even work there.
Fuck. No, he works at the other Blackbrooks.
Oh right, so
They're
it's
both-
like a conjoint.
Yeah,
thing. Oh,
they
right,
own both the things. I think he forgot he had the thing on his head. He went for most of the night with it on his head. He just had this after eight, just talking to people like, yeah.
That's just what Xavier would do.
It's
though,
way
really.
too. It's way too after eight.
It's me in mind.
That's a joke
What
from
was I
Max
saying?
there. That's a joke from Max there. It's way too after
Oh, he
eight.
loves it. Like,
Way.
touching bunholes
It's
and
way
that,
too
like.
before.
Now Alfie, I'm just going to intervene here.
Yeah, go on.
You can go back to it. Now I saw the other day, you started following John Cena on Instagram, I'm pretty sure. Now, what the fuck's that about?
Whoa.
We are anti-John Cena.
Right.
And it's you tell me. You
Mate.
give me a goddamn excuse.
You're on the back foot here a lot.
You do not
There's not much
understand.
worse you can do than follow John Cena.
You do not understand John Cena's account.
He's
okay?
dead now, yeah? He's dead.
He's dead? Do you know
Right.
John
Everyone,
Cena is?
he's the fucking wrestling guy.
Right, read this, like, this is
He's
his
a
bio. Welcome
fucking
to my
gunner.
Instagram. These images will not be posted without explanation for your interpretation and joy. It's got a bunch of
It's
pictures.
literally just random.
It's
photos.
literally just random photos.
Oh, mate, we'll go back to that.
It's literally just random photos.
This is the actual John
Look,
Cena account.
Verified.
Fucking hell. I might follow
Can
John Cena.
can we link that?
Is that a big green dick? Oh wait, no, it's the Grinch.
Wait. Can we link that to the podcast?
Yeah, we'll share that.
You guys will see this. It will be like, I don't know, second, third picture, whatever the fuck's attached to this.
Breaking
It'll be-
news,
it's-
guys!
it's like a
Google
dog.
agrees to pay 130 million in back taxes.
Breaking news. I still don't give a shit.
Whoa!
Unless that taxes money is going in my back
You're
pocket.
fucking putting it out there,
Okay,
mate. Like,
that is.
Do you crumble? Or do you become the diamond that we have invested
What
in?
the fuck?
Why is it not loud?
Because Seth, the pressure is on. And his name is John Cena!
Fuck's sake.
I thought that was fucking Kanye West for a bit, mate.
But you're gonna go with something, you know?
Yeah, I thought that was really funny. I love John Cena. You can't hate that man.
And it's can, he fucking ruined WWE.
It needs to be
You
put
can't
down.
see this.
You can fucking see this though, can't you? Fucking...
WWE needs to be put down full stop. Like.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It needs to be revamped. And it needs
It-
to be TV14.
Right, I've
It's
got
like a
something for you.
horse
Okay, no,
with
hang
a
on.
broken leg, yeah?
Yeah.
You just pop a cap in its head and it...
Proper cap in its ass.
I've got some wrestling
Well, why'd you
news.
shoot it
Wrestling
in the arse?
news.
Kill it? Like,
That's like the wrestling news.
whoa.
CM Punk.
What?
Have you listened to the
No. What?
Oh, he's got his match coming up in
Stone
June,
Cold?
supposedly.
Yeah.
No.
Do you listen to
I
Stone Cold
listened to his podcast.
Did you watch one with Vince McMahon?
Well,
Yes.
are we referencing another podcast here? I
No,
mean,
this
Yeah,
is
we
Stone
are.
Cold Steve Austin's
Isn't this
podcast.
perjury, like...
Not really.
But
we don't have any rules.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Vince
Every time I
Literally.
upload a podcast to the iTunes podcast app, it comes out with an explicit sign.
But yeah, as I was saying, Vince McMahon has said he's got no qualms with him coming back if his UFC debut like flops. Also, people are pissed off with CM Punk because
Have you seen on the game, the new game?
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
what-
out yet?
he's
He-
rated one of the highest players.
And he
Why
hasn't
though?
even fought
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
He hasn't
But
even
why?
fought.
Don't know.
I love CM Punk. don't
CM
get me
Punk's
wrong.
my favourite
He's-
wrestler.
yeah, he's great,
He's
but-
awesome.
But why would you rate him highly if you haven't been like?
Fuck knows. Maybe the match is
Whoa.
going to be staged a bit, but who knows?
In other news, wrestling wise, Royal Rumble is
how
for
many
the
bags
title.
of Chris you had, Reese? Fucking
Oh,
hell.
listen.
Look,
Reese
this is the
is on his
first time.
third bag of
They
crisps.
don't need to know this, yeah?
They
They
don't.
don't need to...
It's all fat, no fill.
This is like toast.
I'm getting
Right.
my fill, yeah? I'm
The
getting
Royal
my...
Rumble, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's toast.
Alright, Harry,
Is
come
that
on.
like a Kingsman man?
No, it's a Dick and Dom in a bungalow segment.
Whoa.
Right. Anyway, yeah.
Roman Reigns will be challenging his title in the Royal Rumble match.
The Royal Rumble match is for the title. This year.
That actually sounds watchable.
It
Yeah.
is. It is going to be fucking awesome.
Sounds-
And it's this Sunday.
Have they revamped Kane again so he's good?
They have. No.
Yeah.
They've made him good, but he has an alter ego of his evil self.
That
Kane.
sounds
Evil
fucking
Kane.
retarded.
It is. He's sort of like, I'm really happy to be here.
Didn't
and all
he-
this
You
shit.
know that he's only ever won the championship once, and that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He deserves
Like,
to win it and have a
Steve
proper
Austin.
run.
It
Yeah,
was against Steve
yeah,
Austin.
the first blood match, and he
but,
lost
yeah.
it like the next day. I swear
Yeah.
to God, he deserves
Against
an
Steve Austin.
actual championship run. But I think he's past his sell by
No,
now.
he did.
He's
No,
not-
no,
he's
no.
awesome.
Actually, that's wrong because he did have a championship run with the World Heavyweight title.
He's only ever won it once. I'm pretty sure.
No, he had the World Heavyweight title because him and Taker.
Good integrity.
Him
Fucking
and
eat your
Brothers of
Christian fuck.
Destruction.
Yeah, him and Taker had a match at Hell in a Cell, like the most recent
No
I'm
idea.
excited for this Royal Rumble. I'm like this
Royal
is the
Rumble
first-
for the title.
I've been excited for the past couple of pay-per-views because they're sort of.
Did you
the
watch?
Dudley Boys are sort of losing their edge. They keep fucking up a lot.
Yeah.
They keep
They're not
making
going to win the
mistakes.
title. Like, there's only. You can tell who's gonna. It's gonna be what? John Cena, Daniel
No, John
Bryan,
Cena's out.
Roman Reigns. John Cena's out.
He's got the
Good.
shoulder injury.
Fuck him off.
But he made
Someone
a com-
finish him off while he's injured.
The
right.
thing is, right, and I'd like to kind of get in on this, is that you've got Reigns defending the title in the Royal Rumble.
I don't think he has.
If you look at the outcome of winners that you could have, you've got Sheamus.
Sheamus is awesome. I like Sheamus.
You could have you could possibly have a Daniel Bryan return.
I think he is. Do you want to know something? Do you know who AJ Styles is?
Yeah,
Apparent-
they're talking about bringing him.
Me and Reese
That's-
don't really follow wrestling. We did.
Okay.
Well, I did about 15 years ago.
But this is like football.
No.
But we're talking about
Alright, you go on. We'll be over here.
People are annoyed with him
Dicky.
because apparently he's just gone straight past NXT, straight into
Take a
WWE.
picture.
And I think
Has AJ Styles gone into WWE?
apparently there's
Really?
apparently I don't know, but he could be on the Royal Rumble, which is exciting.
Yeah, and the
Well,
other
you're wrong. You prick.
Snapchat, of course. But the other thing is that you've got Rock has confirmed that he will be involved in WrestleMania.
Yes.
Now,
As a ref, isn't
an
it?
interesting angle could be Rock comes back, Royal Rumble, number 30,
That's what I was going to...
eliminates Reigns, wins the title.
And Reigns has to...
But Reigns' cousin, is it cousins? No, it's not. It's nephew or whatever.
Is it the Usos?
They're related in some.
They're all related. Like the Usos, got
It's
Rikishi.
it's the
all-
kind of Samoan
Yeah.
connection, but you've got. But did you watch the last pay per view,
Yeah.
TLC?
Yeah.
Right. Before that pay per view, Reigns wasn't very popular, was he?
Everyone hated him.
He was up there with to be like kind of like a good guy, but at the end of his match, he lost, of course. But when the whole Triple H thing,
Oh, that was good.
oh
That
my
was,
god,
that was so
I
relieving.
watched that so many times over. When he does him in the ring, he puts him through the table.
Yeah.
And then he's walking off like it's done.
Yeah, then he just sort of smirks.
I'm
He's like,
out, I'm out.
He walks off like it's done.
yeah.
And then, as he's being held up, he runs back,
Yeah.
spears.
You blink and you could miss that spear.
God, that was so good, and that kind of elevated him to being like a fan favourite. I think.
I think is he heel? Would you say? Is he? If he's going against your
It's kind
body,
of
then
like a
he's going
CM
heel.
Punk type thing.
I feel like he doesn't.
Like
I don't
CM
wanna-
Punk, theoretically, was a heel,
But people loved him so
but people
much.
loved him so much that
He keeps opening his mouth.
he was kind of a baby face.
Yeah. Anyway,
But anyway, coming off of
I don't-
wrestling because the boys
We've been
are playing with
attacking the
cats,
cat.
and that's probably intertwined into our conversation. Do you like chocolate?
What? Yes.
That's segue though.
Do you like rainy days or sunny days?
Well, sunny days is something that you get too hot and then you can't really escape it. But a rainy day, that's something else.
Which are your two favourite careers and why?
What?
Which are your two favourite careers and why?
My FIFA career.
As Brighton,
Brighton.
and my FIFA career as
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
2 times champions with Brighton of the Champions League and 3 times champions. Of the Champions
I
League.
would have to say my FIFA career with
Forest.
Arsenal in FIFA Full Team when I bought Ronaldo on the free
That's obviously
and Modric.
a complete falsehood.
What do you mean?
Ronaldo wouldn't go to Arsenal.
Yeah, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Of course he would.
He'd be like, nah.
He'd be like, "Fuck are you, man?"
He'd come home. He would.
Why is he Asian?
You tell me. I'm imagining him with a cowboy out right now.
Yeah. Fuck you, Manchester United. Reese, tell me about something you regret.
Come in here.
Life.
There's a lot of things I regret at the moment.
That's pretty much for me. Life.
Well,
I regret life.
sorry. That's
I have a basic white boy story, or a fuck boy.
Wow. Don't even get off war.
I have a fuck boy story
No.
that happened when I was waiting for you.
Unless you're like 10, you won't understand that.
No.
I'm not even sure what a fuckboy is.
Well, don't even get
Let
started.
me
please.
describe a basic white
Oh,
boy,
God.
or a fuck boy. Basically, they wear Nike tracksuits with
They just wear-
Nike Air Maxes with
Oh,
floppy hair.
Fuck them.
They
cunts.
just wear everything
What,
with
like,
fucking
curly
big
hair?
brand bollocks. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, mate, look at my Nikes. Oh.
Sound impression then.
I went into Hazel's or Gazel's, as
Which
Josh
was your
called
bit?
it, and
Gazels when you're there.
and me, I know the
Right, yeah.
girl who's behind the counter,
Yeah,
and you might know Holly Fuller.
yeah, I know.
Holly Fuller, she works at Hazel's now.
She was in the upper year once. She was
Yeah.
I'll give you more of a chance. We'll let these cunts talk about whatever.
Fucking hell, you're coming out on the podcast. What's going
I
on?
think they're taking selfies right now.
Well,
Okay.
we are. It's talking your shit, so we're taking selfies.
No, but I want to tell you this to you.
Okay,
as well.
we're listening.
Fuckboy story.
Wow.
Listen, stop saying whoa. Fuckboy story. So, so I'm in Hazel's buying the beers that I've got that are now all fizzed up and pouring all over Alfie's t-shirt. And 3 fuckboys walk in.
Oh god.
One is dressed in an Adidas tracksuit, one is dressed in a Nike tracksuit, and the other is also dressed in a Nike tracksuit. So, and they've all got floppy hair, and they're all talking about the FIFA tournament they just played. With each other. Yeah.
Fuck! The cat just fucking fucked me up.
Stop playing with the cat!
He is an awesome cat.
Oh shit! Stop playing out, like literally embedded.
He will fuck you up.
He did.
He will
Like
fuck
tapping
you
A to
up.
respawn right now. Jesus Christ!
I'll give you a hill, bro.
Just got a man up.
You're ruining my fuckboy story.
He bit me and nailed me.
Just go on with it.
No, but it's not going to be good now because it's been interrupted too many times.
Right,
and
fuck boy.
Whoa.
I'm not going to tell it.
No, you need to tell it.
No, because it's been interrupted too much.
Like the cat.
It's not going to be as good anymore.
Just do it.
Finish
Basically,
it.
they got denied alcohol, and it was funny because, because they were like, "Oh yeah, what do you want?" Like one of them got like a bottle of Bells, like a big bottle of Bells. The other got like 4 cans of Strongbow dark fruit, and the other one got like the same thing that I got, 8 cans of Carlsberg for £8. And they all got denied all of their alcohol. That was because they were so confident they would get
their
served.
first mistake was buying alcohol from Hazel's. Like, I can't imagine it's cheap in there.
Probably
That
about,
was
News
quite cheap.
agents aren't normally
That was 8
cheap.
for 8.
probably about 20 quid a can.
Oh, right, okay.
That was 8 for 8. 8 quid for 8 cans of Carlsberg.
That's pretty shit.
Fuck off, mate. That's a
For
pound.
four
That's a pound a
packs.
can.
No, you can get cheaper, but not too much.
Who wants to party?
Not me, I've got work tomorrow.
I don't know, what you got in mind?
Party.
Where?
Party anywhere.
Party all the time?
I got my pants. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think we should round this up now.
I think we
I
should.
think we should.
We're losers.
I don't know how
We've
long
gone a
we've
long time.
No
today.
one. I don't feel like anyone's. You've contributed.
Alfie said something, I can't remember what it was though.
Revenant.
I've been here. I've been talking a lot.
No, I agree. No, listen.
Shit, I got kicking in buckets over there.
Fuck.
Oh shit, the
cat
fucking
fucked him
cat. The cat fucked you up. I told you not. Reese has drawn blood.
You need to stop
The
playing.
cat has fucking drawn blood, yeah.
Instead of Rambo first blood.
Robo.
Robbo first blood.
Right. So
Like a virgin.
listen, Reese. It's been fantastic.
Thank you very much for
Well,
having me
hopefully
on
he'll
your
be
show.
back next
I mean,
week. Because like the initial idea was to get him on as a full time.
That was
I would-
the initial.
But his schedule's a bit.
I would
bit
like
much,
to become
innit?
a full time, but
Just come on whenever you can.
obviously I would. But it's just like you say, time schedule. And
It seems like what we're doing at the moment, if we're doing live with each other, we seem to be doing Friday nights.
That's cool.
So, the Friday nights suit you?
Might have to do it turnabout, but either way,
Well, we'll work around it. I mean,
we'll
but
sort something.
it was fantastic. I mean, it was great having you.
Thank you very much. Well, I mean, it's not over yet. I'll still hope I'll be a good guest until the end of the show. But,
Yeah, but
You wait till Reese comes back and you're both on it.
Oh,
you see,
God.
you see what comes out. He
Vulgarity.
literally spits gold.
I cannot wait to hear what
Gold
it
comes out his mouth. It's just.
it's like
Yeah.
milk in a money machine.
it literally is.
He's the golden goose of the SBOS podcast.
Literally. If he was gone forever, we'd be done.
Yeah, we would. Because we really can't talk to each other. We hate each other that much.
If only we could hear the audience cheer here. That would
Yeah.
be brilliant.
Don't know, we're pretty
I'm
sure.
gonna-
Yeah,
fake.
we want Reese
I'm gonna-
back.
I'm going to put in a cheer in at this point.
Well,
Ready? Cheer.
Righty dokey, skip.
whoa,
Here we go.
that was something there.
So, guys, if
Pleasure.
you're listening, thank you. If you're not listening, fuck you. If you're following on Twitter, thank you. If you're not real, then unfollow like you have been doing. Josh just put up 2 fingers to you.
Yeah, man.
The fake people.
The fake people go away. The real people, thank you for following. Yeah, I mean, it's another week. It's episode 8. I didn't even say that at the
Good
start.
God.
Episode 8. We're
double
nearly
digits.
at 10. Nearly at 10.
We need a special.
At 10, we need to do something. And I'm thinking Cards Against Humanity.
Well, I got
I
that.
was thinking more along the lines of we should get some fireworks.
We
Shove
could
up our
try
asses.
Molotovs. We could try Molotovs.
Can we shoot people?
We could try and make Molotovs.
Literally this
That-
second,
that's-
I've just received a text from Spavman Edmund.
Okay.
He says he's in Hastings this weekend. Is anything happening? Now, I'm working Saturday and Sunday. You can't want to do anything?
I'm working Saturday.
I'm free
I
tomorrow.
mean,
Sunday
FIFA
afternoon,
tournament?
evening.
Sunday we could do
FIFA
Molotovs.
tournament?
I thought-
Molotovs.
Sunday we could
We
do
want to
think
do another
Saturday-
episode.
Saturday
No,
would
not
be
another
awesome.
episode, but I mean, we
Just
could
something.
do something.
Can we do something Saturday evening?
No, because I've got work. Which means the life of the party won't be there, so there's no point turning up.
What time
Fucking
till?
hell, vulgar.
Like I say, Molotov cocktail party. It will be beautiful.
That's what we're going to do next week. We're going to try and make the
We'll go to
Molotovs.
Josh's
Tune in
garden.
next time,
Fuck
guys.
out of mine.
Big
This
shit.
guy's turn.
Big shit
I
happening
believe that I'm going to call this episode...
Twaticus.
It's done.
And the adventures of
Twaticus
Reese.
and the Adventures
here. Well,
of
of Obi.
the Bow.
fucking Obi then.
Twaticus
Robbo.
versus Obi.
Fucking cut me up,
I
you
think
little bitch.
Robbo. No, it's David and Goliath. What is it?
David Attenborough and Goliath.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
David Attenborough and Reese's Pieces.
We have yet to
The remake.
combine.
We've yet to combine the pieces of
Reese's
Reese.
Pieces comes in 2s.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's
You can't
Reese
have it
R
all. Can't have it all.
and Reese L. No, but thank you for listening. If you are, if you're not, like I said, fuck you.
Apologies if this was a bit wank. You know, we are a bit.
I don't
I
think
think
it's a bit
I
wank.
think we've done quite well.
You
Yeah.
know, we're on the side.
We've got no how long.
Literally-
literally at this point, we have no idea how long we've been running for because we paused it twice.
Yeah,
3 times.
And it only says how long we've been going since we started recording again.
and that's an
I
hour
think-
and 5.
yeah.
No, hour and 54.
So
I think
I think this
Wow.
has been quite a long one.
Yeah.
I think
But
it's going to reach 2 hours now.
but usually, if Josh feels okay about it at this point, usually it's gone well, because usually sometimes we'll be like, no, this is shit.
Dragged on a bit.
I mean, I did recover it a little
But
bit.
I don't feel like
What?
it's been dragged. I don't feel like it's been
No,
dragged.
we've had a good talk, but now we're dragging it, so let's kill
Now
it.
we're dragging
Let's kill it.
Let's
Kill it.
clear it.
Kill it.
Clear it, mate.
Right, so Josh, say goodbye.
Namaste.
Alfie, say goodbye.
Go to race.
Reese, say goodbye.
Bye.
Wait, no, what did you used to say to me instead of goodbye? You used to say no night.
Oh, that was no night. No night.
There
my
you go.
friends.
No
Good
night.
night.
Alfie,
Good
say
night.
goodbye.
Todd Wilson's.
Did you just Google that? Or so you were on your phone for a while there.
It's just like time for tubby bye-byes, yeah? Like time for
I
tubby
say
bye.
hello and goodbye in different languages
Every time.
every time.
Okay.
That's the best buy you're getting. See you later, suckers.
I'm a monster kill.
Do it hard.